Did they offer you guys coffee or just us? Ugh, bummer. So I'm Jessica Schable. I run a nonprofit called Okoboji Performing Arts. I just put a few pictures together to kind of tell you about what our organization does. Our project, I think, is going to be a little more open-ended, kind of directed by maybe if you're interested in working with us, what you would be interested in doing. So, do I click through? Technology is not my forte, so that will be one thing I might need help with. Okay. There it goes. So, first event that we're planning in our season, at the end of our season, I guess, is our fundraiser called an All Hallows Gala. We do it at the Roof Garden. We have a silent auction, we have food, we have games, we have decorations, we have a live band. That's kind of our big fundraising event that we're trying to get going. We did it last year, and this will be our second year. So that's kind of the thing that's coming up next in our, kind of at the end of our season. Whoops, wrong way, Jess. And then we have, usually we've done a Home for the Holidays concert where we just kind of present whoever is available to come back here in sort of like I have a couple other board members who are professional opera singers. Sometimes we've done local musicians. It's just sort of a concert to give back to the area that supported us, but also a fundraising event for us. So then what's really fun about what we do is that the programs that we have created and presented are sort of directed by what people are looking for in the area. So last year we did a Make a Musical program with the Spirit Lake 3rd and 4th grade. And it's exactly what it sounds like. We went into the school and they created a musical out of nothing. They created the plot line, they created the songs, they made up the lyrics. And then I put it all together and they actually performed it for their spring program. So it was really fun to work them through that creative process and let them just do something totally open-ended. They came up with the costumes, they came up with everything. It was kind of random, but the programs turned out really well. We also have done a program called Opera Explorers in Spencer with 1st grade. We've done it for 3 or 4 years. And we also did it with the Okoboji kids a couple years ago, 2nd graders, where the students learn a little bit about opera. It's not a genre you usually learn about or hear, especially here. And so then they actually got to sing in an opera with a professional opera singer based on the Shoemaker and the Elves. So they were the elves and they made little masks and they got to act everything out. It was very fun, something different for them. We also have done some artist in residence programs, and I think you actually saw one of them, didn't you? Didn't you see the women's suffrage program a couple of years ago? So Audrey, if you remember, she came and did that program here, but then I actually had someone request from Spirit Lake that she would come back last year. So she came back and went to both Spirit Lake and Spencer last year to present her programs. And we did some more interactive stuff because we worked with the entire Spirit Lake Elementary School with her program. We also had a fire alarm happen right in the middle of her concert. So that was exciting. We all had to evacuate the Sammy Center and then come back in and start again. And then that picture over there is just a member of my board who's a professional opera singer who came back, and we did some programs in the Spencer Middle School. So, oh, and then our final thing is this is kind of the biggest thing that we do, our Summer Academy Creative Arts Camp, which is a performing arts camp where students ages 7 through, I think we had through like age 14 this year, came. And the younger kids all learned 2 musical theater pieces. They learned choreography. They had acting classes. They got to create and paint set pieces. They created costumes. We had a little costume challenge. But the older kids wrote their own show in 4 days. So it was a jukebox musical. So they picked a song, pop song that they liked. They brought it, and then they wrote a show around it and performed it actually on the 5th day. It was really cool. It turned out really well. So those are kind of the things that we have done. What I really love about the opportunity to work with you, I was thinking about it this morning and I thought, I love that your program is called No Boundaries, because really I feel like with my organization, there really have been no limits. We've created programs kind of to go with whatever the teachers or students in the area feel like is necessary. So just so you know what I'm looking at for the next season, which is what you would be working with me on, I have been speaking with a woman from New York who has sung professionally on Broadway for many years. She was in Phantom of the Opera for many years before it closed. She has a program that she does with 2 other performing artists from New York One of them actually was a Phantom in the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. So I'm looking at bringing them here. I don't have a date set or anything, but that would be hopefully my artist in residence program for my 2025 season. Our season kind of starts January through the end of the school year. But while it sounds like it would be all singing or performing arts, really what I do in the organization is event planning. So like planning our fundraisers, putting together our concerts, lots of marketing, which I can't even figure out how to work this thing, so it's not my forte, but, and I do use Facebook. All the old people over there raise their hands. But so, Instagram and TikTok, like I have no idea how to use those things. So marketing is definitely something. Social media, booking artists, putting together contracts, working with teachers in the area, all over the area, to try to decide what they feel like would be a good performing arts opportunity for their students. Behind the scenes work, lining up hotel rooms, making sure our artists have food to eat and snacks they want, Also new program ideas. I've talked with somebody at CCE about writing a new program for her students. So I'm looking at maybe writing some mini musicals. So it's just really kind of an open-ended project. If you're at all interested in the performing arts, not the performing part, but maybe the behind the scenes, I would love to chat with you more about questions you might have or ideas you might have about projects that you think would be interesting for kids in our area, or even adults in the area. So thank you so much.